So what's up everybody, Black Clover 338, spoilers out. This chapter gives you more insight as to the culture and the people of the land of the rising sun. Also, we do get an insight as to how different the Clover Kingdom and that continent is to Yami's homeland. So let's get into this. First of all, if you like anime, manga reviews, discussion, spoilers, and theories, definitely hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, switch hit me with some false copyright strikes. So let's get this channel back to 5,000. Check out the Discord. So this chapter is super insightful as to the culture and the people of the land of the rising sun. It is confirmed that there is 17 pages in this chapter. From what it looks like, 𝚲𝚘𝚎 did a great job in drawing. From what I've seen, the few pages that aren't translated, but I got an idea of what's going on, as well as Black Clover will get a big stage in the Jump Festa coming up. So you can expect news from basically the movie and possibly, cross our fingers, the anime returning.
So sorry for the bad quality of the audio, but I found this out as I was editing. 𝚲𝚘𝚎, I think that's how you pronounce the woman's name that's with Asta and Ryua. That is actually Yami's younger sister. It's crazy. I mean, you can kind of tell for like death stare. Bear with me in the video, I keep saying it's the woman with Asta and Ryua, but I was doing the editing and the name came out. Who is she to Yami also came out as well.
So the beginning of the chapter is basically Asta figuring out where he's at. He's trying to wrap his head around everything. He realizes that Ryua doesn't seem like he has a lot of magical power. It looks like he says it to Ryua, and then the girl next to him, the stern looking woman, gets really mad. She's like, how dare you, foreigner, insult the Shogun. Asta, being his old self, he basically just thinks out loud. But it's cool that Asta gets shown around town by the Shogun, and Asuka literally asks, what is a Shogun? And Ryua says, it's basically like your kingdom's wizard king. That's pretty interesting that Ryua knows all this stuff about Asta. Like, I wonder what his eyes is about. His eyes giving him all this information, but wow, he really does know a lot about Asta. You see Asta doing a lot of like sightseeing. He's having like reminiscence of Yuna as a kid and Sister Lily. Asta sightseeing, he remembers that Sister Lily is now a paladin. So he's starting to figure out what's kind of going on. Little flashes of the past. He basically has like PTSD. So all this is very interesting because the fact that Asta is seeing what just happened to him and him trying to figure out how to move forward, he still can't really process what happened to him. I mean, it's like Ryua said, you just got heartbroken and the person that you consider a goal literally tried to kill you. So it must be very difficult for Asta right now, being in such a faraway land and then also seeing this amazing country, but still remembering that he just barely survived a mortal wound and the person that he loves not only didn't love him but also wants him dead. Asta does ask about Lucius and saying how he should come back when Lucius attack, and then Ryua says no, they have some time before Lucius actually starts attacking. I'm telling you, there's something with that eye. That eye is very interesting. We do figure out that in the land of the rising sun, they don't use grimoires, they use scrolls, and they don't have mana. It looks like they have sorcery. I did say before that in the predictions and many other videos that the land of the rising sun wasn't going to have mana. I didn't think they were going to use mana. I thought they were going to use some type of other power system, and it looks like it is another power system. I just thought it was going to be used with ki. From what I got from the translations, it's another source of power. So I don't know if it's ki or not, but apparently it's coming as sorcery. Instead of using magic in the land of the rising sun, they use sorcery and they use scrolls, which is awesome. As well, it does confirm that Yami, his grimoire from the Clover Kingdom, is something weird. And I'm telling you that black magic that he has, that's not coming from him. It's coming from something that Lucius most likely implanted in him without Yami actually knowing. I'm telling you, something's up with Yami's magic, and I think this chapter kind of further confirms that, in my opinion. We also see a bunch of, from what it seems, bandits causing ruckus, and you see the swords of the bandits having like wind or something coming out of the swords. So it looks like with this sorcery power, they can use their swords to further weaponize that source of power. So basically, everything that I thought in my prediction videos kind of is what's going on. I just thought it was going to be more along the lines of them using ki. And of course, this is just a spoiler, so it's not going to be like 100%. The officials will most likely make it more clear. However, it's interesting to see how different the Clover Kingdom is from the land of the rising sun. They're very far away from what we know, so it's not that surprising that they will use another source of power. It's cool that they're using instead of grimoires, because basically a lot of literature and Japanese, especially from the time what it looks like. This is like when Japan was isolated. That's what I'm guessing. The land of the rising sun currently right now is very isolated. During that time, Japan was very isolated. Their culture that was not open to mix with other cultures. So it makes sense why they're using scrolls instead of books, because grimoires is really more like a Western idea. It's very interesting that they're using scrolls. So with the group of bandits, this is very interesting that woman that's been with the Shogun and Asta, she is very powerful. She's one tough character. She takes on the bandits and they basically look at her and laugh, but I think she's using ki to fight these bandits, because you see her and she just attacks these bandits, but it's not only she attacking these bandits, it looks like she's moving so fast that she leaves an after image of where she was, because she basically hits all the other bandits. From what I got, they're explaining basically her power, but I think either her or Ryua says like, watch this. You also see her have like a black aura. That black aura, she basically takes down the bandits. I don't know what that black aura is about. I think it definitely has to do something with ki, but like I said, I knew they were going to use ki in a sense of fighting. Like I said before, ki is used in a lot of martial arts. Japan has several martial arts. One of the most famous ones is jujutsu and karate does have a lot of aspects with ki. It'd be cool if Asta learned some type of like karate moves. Asta's definitely going to perfect his swordsmanship plus the ki, and whatever this woman has been the side of the Shogun just did. This is epic. I'm really excited, you know, because Asta said that he doesn't feel like there's any mana coming from Ryua. From what I got, if this woman is this powerful and she is Ryua's subordinate, or she follows Ryua in a sense, then Ryua is epically strong. Like his strength is going to be crazy. Seeing all this, I think it's awesome. Asta after this training just going to be on another level. I can't wait to see how he uses anti-magic with this. Moving forward, whatever aura she did, I think this is going to be Asta's way of fighting without using mana or anti-magic. Obviously Asta is going to have anti-magic because of Libe, but you know, Asta without the anti-magic should be able to fight in a sense as well, not just by using swords. So that's like black aura that she used to knock these bandits out. Asta is going to be a master of it. Watch, once he applies anti-magic with that when using Libe's power, it's going to be epic. It's interesting to think about this because maybe this has to do with Asta, because from what it sounds like, Ryua and the others don't have mana, they have sorcery power. Is it possible that Asta's father is from the land of the rising sun? Because we still don't know who Asta's father is. Is it possible the reason why Asta doesn't have any mana is because he's mixed with somebody from the land of the rising sun who are people that don't use mana? All this is really interesting. Like, all this is very exciting. Tabata, when he reveals things, he also makes us ask more questions. This training is going to be epic, and Asta by the end of this is going to be on another level. But yes, that's basically what I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about the spoilers. Let me know what you think about this video. Do you think that black aura has something to do with ki? Do you think it's possible that Asta will use anti-magic with that ki? Do you think that because Asta was born without mana, is it possible that his father comes from the land of the rising sun, which is a place that apparently doesn't use mana? They use something with sorcery. Do you think Asta might end up getting a scroll if he is the son of somebody from the land of the rising sun? Like if you liked the video, comment, subscribe, and I'm out of here.